We would invite all who care to stand and join us in the pledge, saying of the Lord's Prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance to follow after a moment of silence. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. It is now 7 o'clock. Shelby City Council meeting is called to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Be seated, please. Roll call, please. Mr. Brown.
Mr. Robbins.
Here.
Mr. Roberts. Here. Mr. Cutler. Here. Mr. Martin.
Here.
Mr. Rockland.
Here.
I will now entertain a motion to dispense with the reading of the journal from March 18th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin to dispense with the reading of the journal from March 18th, 2024. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler.
Yeah.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Mr. Robb.
Here.
Mr. Roberts.
That motion passes. We now come to the time for public comment. If anyone has a comment to make before council this evening, invited to come to the podium, state your name and address, and make your comment to council. I will say we have special guests in the chambers this evening, and they'll be introduced a little bit later when we come to times for proclamations. So we'll introduce our guests at that time. We now come to the time for reports from standing special committees. Community Economic Development Committee, Councilman Cotton.
The Community Economic Development Committee met this last Friday at 2 p.m. It was a short meeting, so not a lot to report. On Friday, March 29th, there was a Business First breakfast at the Kehoe Center, and the city's department heads gave some updates on all the things going on in the city. Jonica, Shelby, and Jessica Gribben were given a Building Blocks Award for their work on the housing study at the NECIC's annual meeting. So I would like to congratulate them for that and all the hard work they put into it. Strategic planning is currently set for April 23rd and 25th. And the Richland Area Chamber of Economic Development did hire a new CEO, Ellen Hentz, who brings a ton of experience and knowledge to the chamber. I wish her all the luck in this new endeavor. And that is all.
Thank you. Are there any comments or questions from Mr. Cullip in regard to his report? Hearing none, we'll move forward then to Public Works and General Operations. Thank you, Councilman Cullip. And this is Councilman Robb. You did not meet. That was a short report. And the Parking Committee did not meet, and they will be, I'm sure, meeting here. I'm going to get a few more things lined up for decision making. And with that, we come to reports of city officials, and under my report as mayor, my report will actually just be 2 presentations of proclamations, and we have 2 this evening, and so I'll do them one at a time here. We invited the Shelby Senior High's basketball team to be here this evening, and thanks for all of these that were able to be representative of that great team and the coaching staff. I had mentioned to some of the young men out in the hallway, it's just been such a blessing to watch this team play, whether it's in the stands or from the comforts of my living room from time to time. But I told Coach Galloway just what a great group of young men we have here representing the city of Shelby. I just loved what was exemplified on the floor, character and class, all the way through sportsmanship. And I tell you, I think my wife fell in love with each one of these young guys. I think she'd take me into our family anytime as a grandson. But we just really fell in love with this team, as did all of our community. So on behalf of the community, I want to thank you for representing us so well. And naturally, we'd all rewrite the last few minutes of everything here and there, but life does go on. I think you young men know that. And I know it hurts like crazy when in the moment, but be assured the city of Shelby was with you each step of the way. We were hooping and hollering when you were on the floor, and we were cheering, and we were crying with you. So our hearts are right with yours. But thank you so much for such a memorable season. So I do have a proclamation. I made copies, Coach, that you can distribute to each one of the young men afterwards. This will be a proclamation, and it's also going to be declaring a special day here in the city of Shelby, recognizing the exploits of this team. The proclamation reads, recognizing and honoring the 2023-24 Shelby Senior High School boys basketball team and coaching staff. Whereas we recognize the Shelby Senior High School has a reputation for providing an educational experience that is scholastically enriching and well-rounded with a good number of extracurricular programs, and whereas student athletes work diligently to improve their skills and learn the importance of teamwork and sacrifice, and whereas the Shelby Whippets boys basketball team had an historic season, crowned as the Mid-Ohio Athletic Conference champions, setting a school record with 25 wins, and for the first time in school history, earned the title of Ohio Division II Regional Champions. And with their incredible run, taking them to a Final Four appearance, showcasing their talents and skills to the entire state of Ohio. And whereas the team's unprecedented success was fueled by outstanding achievements from players whose excellence on the court has been well documented by sportscasters and sports writers across Ohio. And whereas credit is certainly due to the head coach, Greg Galloway, and his talented coaching staff who guided the team with their core values and mentorship. And whereas the city of Shelby rallied behind the team, showing enthusiasm and unwavering support throughout this unforgettable season. The community came together in a spectacular way to cheer on the Whippets and celebrate their unparalleled accomplishments, demonstrating the strong bond between this team and their loyal fans. Now therefore I, Stephen L. Shagg, Mayor of the City of Shelby, Ohio, in recognition of this team's incredible season, do hereby proclaim April 5th, 2024 as Shelby Senior High School Boys Basketball Achievement Recognition Day. This special day of honor will serve as a testament to this team's historic accomplishments and the lasting impact they have had on the Shelby community. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Shelby, Ohio, to be affixed this first day of April in the year of our Lord, 2024. So, Coach, it gives me great pride and pleasure to present this to you on behalf of the team, and thanks again so much for just a year that we will never forget.
Appreciate it.
We have a picture with all you young fellers up here. We'll just come through here. Council, do you guys get gather around here on the end of the
It's not often we have to be in the front row.
That's right.
Get the whole back.
Put the coaches in the front here. You guys have some funny pictures taken. Yeah. It's like how old I am. My son and Casey's mom went to school together. All right. All right, how are we looking, guys?
Good.
All righty. Everybody put a smile on. All right. Let's have a round of applause for that. Sorry, time out of your evening. I appreciate it very much. God bless you and a great future to all. Thank you. Sir, you're welcome. You're very welcome.
Thank you. See you guys. See ya. See ya.
Great.
Marty, you gotta stay. You gotta sit with me. You got.
And then again, it's our privilege on an annual basis to welcome Richland County Children's Services here, and Nicole leads the way on that, and reminding us of a very special month. This month of April is Child Prevention Month, Child Abuse Prevention Month, rather. And so we're going to present this proclamation to, I know Bridget is here, and Ms. Caldwell is here, and
Miss Nixon.
Ms. Nixon. Okay, you can introduce them again when you come up. Let me, if you want to come up here, Bridget, and this will be presented to you, I'll read this proclamation. These are proclamations delivered all across the county here in Richland County. So, very good. Yeah, come on up, ladies. And I hope you never underestimate the first couple lines of these proclamations. Very, very true. This is Child Abuse Prevention Month, the whole month of April. Whereas children in Richland County are our most valuable resource, and they need our support to thrive and to grow into healthy, productive adults. And whereas during National Abuse Prevention Month, National Child Abuse Prevention Month, we renew our unwavering commitment to protecting children and responding to child abuse, promoting healthy families, and building a brighter future for all. And whereas every child deserves a nurturing family and a safe environment, free from fear and abuse and neglect. Whereas parents and guardians and relatives and neighbors all share a responsibility to prevent these devastating crimes, and our local government plays a critical role as well. And whereas since 1883, the agency has been committed to helping future generations succeed and remains focused on ensuring the safety and well-being of all families, and is partnering with local, state, and federal agencies to improve the lives of children and their families. And whereas I today call upon all Shelby residents to join the effort to keep children safe and families strong. Now therefore I, Stephen L. Shaddy, Mayor of the City of Shelby, Ohio, do hereby proclaim April 2024 as Child Abuse Prevention Month, and urge all residents to observe this month with programs and activities that help prevent child abuse and provide for children's physical, emotional, and developmental needs. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Shelby, Ohio, to be affixed this first day of April in the year of our Lord, 2024. And so, again, thank you so much, Bridget, for all that you do, and year in, year out, protecting our children, providing safe homes, bringing awareness to what we have in Richland County and how to deal with it. And I think you have maybe some examples in the box. So if you want to just take it from here, I'll give you.
Your Worship, we wanted to thank you and also City Council for always supporting us. It is truly a blessing. And we brought you blue ribbons for every council member that you can hang up in support of us. And these were made by our Lillian.
You're welcome.
And then we also have copies of our annual report, the details, all the great things that we did back in 2023, but we got something very special for you, Ms. Palmer.
Also, from our director, Nikki Harless, we have a child abuse pin for you. Also, Wednesday, April 10th is Wear Blue for Child Abuse Prevention Day. If anyone happens to be in the city of Mansfield that goes by Buckeye Bakery, if you tell them that you're there for Child Abuse Prevention Month, you'll get a free cookie or while supplies last.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. We're at a comment.
I think a picture picture of everyone with the blue ribbon. Everyone.
Yeah, come on up, guys.
Social
Another
media.
picture. No, where are you at? Yeah.
Well, I'll let
I'll take it. Take one for you.
Back in the day.
You don't have to go as far as that.
Sure.
I'll stay on there both sides.
Already got a radio sign, I'm glad to work out.
All right, I got your bows somewhere there. Sure. Thank you, ladies, for coming out, and we'll do our best to continue to support you. You're a great cause. All right, God bless you. Let's have a happy
Thanks.
All right. That is it for my statement of the mayor's report. Does anyone have any questions or comments for me? All right, if not, we'll move forward then to the next page. Mr. Crum, the Director of Finance.
Thank you, sir. Unfortunately, no pictures in my report, sorry. I know, right? We received our property tax, our first half property tax today. It's a little bit above last year, which was kind of what we expected. Nothing spectacular. We're not going to be able to, build a monument or anything out of the increase, but it's nice to have that in. It's a little bit higher, which helps with our appropriations. Also, income tax. Income tax is actually up about $150,000 this year over last year, which really should not be all that surprising. Our withholding is now 0.75% higher. And we also, if you guys recall, we signed a contract with the Ohio Attorney General's office to try and help our collections of past due balances. That is coming along very nicely. I want to say it was about $70,000 so far that we've brought in through that program, and which is fabulous. Those are accounts that we were failing to collect. Of course, on the other hand, that's sort of one-time deal. These are past due balances from a long time ago, so I doubt that it will continue to be that high. Once again, I'm grateful for council support to do that, and for especially Liz Fields for spearheading that income tax department. So it's not surprising that income tax is up a little bit. It'll be interesting after April 15th here how things come out, because obviously not all of our income tax collection, but a lot of the filers will have paid their taxes this month. And speaking of, just as a reminder, we now have 2 weeks until the tax filing deadline. So for all the citizens, please bring your W-2s and your federal income tax returns down to City Hall, and our staff will be happy to assist you in filing those returns. And even if you're going to extend your return, payments are due by April 15th, as well as first quarter estimates. So please don't forget that. That, sir, is all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Crum. Are there any comments or questions for Mr. Crum in regard to his report? Hearing none, Mr. Ister advises that he will not be here this evening. I'll move forward to Mr. Geis, project coordinator.
Thank you, Mayor. On the 29th, we opened up our paving bid project. The apparent low bidder was Sarver Paving at $578,292.76. The estimate was $618,000. a good bid. We had 4 bids, all under the estimate, so that was very good. Then our Seneca Drive sewer project started today, so they've got that all dug up and moving along with that. So we're just working on about a month end or year-end report still and so forth, and getting ready for the year.
That's all I know. Thank you, Mr. Geis. Any comments or questions from Mr. Geis in regard to his report? Hearing none, we'll move forward to new business. Any new business to be brought before council? Unfinished business. We have listed the Purple Heart Trail project, and Mr. McLaughlin, you want to?
I talked to Rich Eichinger the other day. He's doing the research on the locals that have been awarded. He's up to 202 locals, not just in the city, but, you know, in the local area.
In the Shelby community. Wow, it's amazing. The signs are ordered, and we're going to have a presentation, I believe it's in May, right? Councilman
20 years, I
McLaughlin.
believe, yes.
I think it's in the month of May. We'll have a representative from the Purple Heart Project. So looking forward to that. And the other unfinished business we brought before council. Hearing none, we'll move forward to legislation. Mr. Crum.
Ordinance number 2, 2024, repealing chapter 290, Buildings and Grounds Commission of the codified ordinances of the city of Shelby.
Move the third reading.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Robinson, a second by Mr. Martin for the third reading of ordinance number 2, 2024. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
Ordinance number 2, 2024 passes its third reading.
Move the ordinance be taken up fast.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin for the passage of ordinance number 2, 2024. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
Ordinance number 2, 2024 passes.
Ordinance number 3, 2024, establishing a zoning classification for property annexed to the city of Shelby, monthly annexation.
Third reading.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin for the third reading of ordinance number 3, 2024. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
Ordinance number 3, 2024 passes its third reading.
For passage of ordinance.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin for the passage of ordinance number 3, 2024. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
Ordinance number 3, 2024 passes.
Amended ordinance number 4, 2024, enacting chapter 217, impermissible expenditures of the codified ordinances of the city of Shelby.
Move the third reading.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mr. Roberts for the third reading of amended ordinance number 4, 2024. Discussion. Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Mayor. In talking back and forth with the administration, there's questions about whether the bullet point 5 has necessary exemptions. So we're just double checking the language, I guess is with our legal, just to make sure that we're not running afoul of federal contracts and stuff like that. I want to reiterate, I don't think we are, but it never hurts to be sure when it comes to this. So I'm honoring the administration's request that we postpone until next meeting. So I'll make a motion to postpone this until the next meeting so we can nail down the language for subsection 5, just to make sure we're good.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin, a second by Mr. McLaughlin to postpone amendment ordinance number 4, 2024 until our next regular scheduled meeting. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
That motion to postpone passes.
Ordinance number 6, 2024, amending ordinance number 5, 2024, annual appropriations and declaring an emergency.
Move to that the rule requiring that an ordinance be read on 3 separate occasions be suspended.
Second.
We have a motion that the rule requiring an ordinance to be read on 3 separate occasions be suspended by Mr. Martin, seconded by Mr. Robbins. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts.
The motion to suspend passes.
Move the ordinance be taken up and passed.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mr. Roberts for the passage of ordinance number 6, 2024. Discussion. Mr. Geis.
You go for it.
Okay. What we have is two situations. One is there's a house that burned on Powell Street, technically 144 rear. The property owners have stated they're just walking away from it. So at this point, we have a very dangerous house blowing over into the neighbor's yards and so forth, and it needs to go away. So on this particular one, we could work with the land bank, and that's on the next resolution here, but we would work with the land bank, they would take care of it, take care of everything, and then the cost of that would be put on the taxes. Likely, we're never gonna get this money back because they'll not pay that either, then it'll go foreclosed on, and then it'll go to sheriff's sale, and then we can go from there, so we can still have our union that way. So that's the first one. The second one would be is we have a house on Oak Street that Mr. Dean has about 10 different violations going from grass to open windows to a foundation that is in bad shape. When I did exterior property maintenance, I did very many violations for this house. When Phil Kern did them, there were violations at that point too. So this has been an ongoing situation. There's been many fines in court or whatever, but the homeowner would voluntarily donate this house to the land bank. Normally in those situations, the land bank has a lot of grant monies they can help you use to tear this down. But they don't at this point. So at this point, it would be Shelby paying this. They would just take care of everything for us. I just wanted to be very open on all that.
Mr. Geis? Mr. Rob?
The burnt house on Powell Street, there's no insurance to cover the,
Mr. Geis?
There is not.
Mr. Cutler?
So just to be clear, ordinance 6 here would be in regards to both of those properties?
Mr. Geis?
Yes, that would put money into that account so we can use it for both of those properties.
Okay.
Mr. Martin?
Do we know we'll be getting a resolution on Oak Street?
Mr. Geis?
The land bank meets Wednesday, and we'll figure out what resolutions and so forth we need, and we probably the next meeting.
All right. Any other question, any discussion, further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob.
yeah,
Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
Resolution number 6. Yeah. Ordinance number 6, 2024 passes.
Right. Resolution number 11, 2024, declaring the remains of a designated dwelling, 144 rear 2nd Street, to be insecure, unsafe, structurally defective, and dangerous to life and other property, directing the mayor as Director of Public Safety to enter into a contract with the Richland County Land Utilization Corporation for its demolition and declaring an emergency.
Move the resolution be taken up and passed.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin for the passage of resolution number 11, 2024. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mayor.
Oh! Mr. Cutler?
I just wanted to point out that I've been by that property. I know it's pretty much just a pile of rubble for the most part, and it's very unsafe. If kids get on there and start playing around on that, they can get nails in them and everything.
Agreed. Further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler,
Yay.
Mr. Martin,
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin,
Yay.
Mr. Rob,
Yay.
Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
Resolution number 11, 2024 passes. Now comes the time for miscellaneous business. Does council have any miscellaneous business to be brought before council? Mr. Martin.
Mayor, move council adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin, a second by Mr. McLaughlin for adjournment. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler,
Yay.
Mr. Martin,
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin,
Yay.
Mr. Rob,
Yay.
Mr. Roberts.
Motion passes. Council adjourns at 7:29.